Breaking news. This is an emergency VGCI News and Weather Authority breaking news coverage of the cryptocurrency collapse as predicted by old Vincenzo with these rising wedges and these descending channels and rising channels. There was a big collapse underway. We told you the whales were going to manipulate a dump, and Bitcoin 5.75%. The Bitcoin Cash 10%. The Bitcoin Gold 10%, right? The big movers, baby. Litecoin 9.5%. The Doge, Vincenzo, because of your trading alerts at Twitter at a glance. Let's take a look at that, Vincenzo. This is a testimonial. Twitter at a glance warned me that the Bitcoin, yeah, that's right, the Bitcoin was going to collapse, and Bitcoin had a $3,369 mass flash crash ahead. Thank you, Vincenzo, for your trading alerts. Right? See another testimonial, and Bitcoin's down $2,600, almost to that $3,369 collapse, right? XRP is down 8%. None of this is a surprise to me, to you, the audience that listens to old Vincenzo. And these are all down. Not up, down. All of them down. The lawsuits are out. I got lots of traffic on the road today. The IRS and the communist FBI are out there trying to enforce and impose their will. And they've just pulled out the rug and fleeced, heisted, and shisted. The criminal gangsters are out there in full force. But Vincenzo's jabroni killer members sidestep. Yeah, thanks. We sidestep the paisans, the criminal gangster cartel. Yep, that's right. We audible to profitability, and you and me, walked away with all the fucking money, and now we can buy the bottoms, or a local bottom, right? This is Vincenzo! Gold Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for that aforementioned one-of-a-kind profit taking Dark-Vicious trading alert, right? At Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. It's a probability-based company made one-of-a-kind, right? And it helps you audible, sidestep, fleece, heist, and shice, and squeeze, and ooze the money out of them charlatans. The heisters and fleecers and criminal gangsters, we squeeze the money out of them, and we audible, overted, and subverted, the overters and subverters, and fleece, heisted, and shysted, the fleece, heister, and shysters. Yes, that's right, the Ohio State University, brother. And welcome back to this Friday, the 24th of September, on this beautiful 48-degree early fall morning in the greater St. Clair Shores metropolitan area, in the great state of Michigan, right? We got a thinning overcast making way. I would show you, I'll show you right now, even though there's not much to look at besides this 13. Vincenzo, why the fuck is this flight at Harper and 14 mile, 4.5 hours long when there ain't a fucking car on the road every morning? What the fuck is going on, Vincenzo? See, there and me, they got that shit changed, but you can see there ain't no fuck. There's gonna be a beautiful sunrise in about a half an hour, but it's not there yet. But you can see the overcast sitting out, right? And you got that thick, beautiful fall sky blue in the in between the high overcast, right? So we're gonna get onto this now after that and this is sponsored by VGCI News Weather Authority, right? They sponsor Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing on YouTube, and on my Facebook page, we'll give you a look at that right now. They sponsor on my Facebook page. That guy was funny. He's yelling about a little ice cream. They sponsor Michigan Snow Forecast Gold Standard. I highly recommend as we get our way into the winter season in the mid-fall, as big winter storms start plowing in on the west coast and work their way into the mountains and on into the high plains, right? In the early part of the season, you're going to want to be on top of that and 69 steps ahead of those winter storms. If you're in the plow business, skier or snowboarder, you got a school bus driver, you're a truck driver going across the country, you guys need to be weather aware as we have big winter storms in the forecast for this winter, as we have a hyperactive pattern that we think we're going to go into. And check it out here. You'll get all the information you need, right? We got nearly 600 followers, as they call it there, right? And then, as always, check me out, as we mentioned earlier, at Twitter, at a glance. That's right, Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, Twitter, at a glance. And let's look at the Bitcoin, because this should be no surprise to my audience. If it is, shame on you, right? Shame on you, because we've been all over this at Twitter at a glance. Look at that. Remember this bullshit that, not bullshit, hey, Vincenzo, don't call your valuable information bullshit, right? But look at that, possible BTC rejection point on Bitcoin whale pump. See that in green? Way up there at the top of that rising wedge. That's why you always start out in the 4 hour, or the 4 hour time frame, right? And then you can see major support box, 38,389. And then we had that middle support area at 44,000, right? And now we're starting to collapse out of that rising wedge. You see that beautiful rising wedge there? And the underneath support is in red, and the overhead resistance is in white, right? You guys see that? And now we're probably in an up and down fashion. Yeah, you could get some big pumps here, a nice 10%, 2%, whatever. But I think you got to trade down now. You got to trade down to this underneath support. Up down there. And that is $37,369 because it's a descending lower support. Same with the upper resistance, right? So as the time goes on into the future and the patterns, both prices will get lower when they run into them, either up high or down low. So that's what you're in the Bitcoin. As we zoom on in to the 15-minute, you can see we have that big flush, and that's what usually happens after you break out of a rising wedge. And you can see we did a classic, what Vincenzo always talks about with his industry-exclusive pointer tool, or perching tool. You can see as you broke out of that rising wedge right there, you had an initial crash, and I guarantee you the 200-day moving average in a 3-hour time frame was probably right there. And then you have a little pump to back test. Didn't quite make it all the way up, but you start getting that fake pump where everyone thinks it's back to normal to retest upper major resistance, which you did, and then you dump because that's the sell point after a quick collapse. People get their money back that got in at the top here, and they say, "Ooh, this is going the other way," and the smart money exits, and the jabronis buy even more, and then it flushes on them, right? And then the jabronis will sell somewhere down at the bottom of this wedge or channel. So that's what's going on there. I would expect a further trade down, but there will be some nice pumps here and there, and we'll keep you updated on Twitter at a glance as we make any potential 3, 4, 5% bounces from any local low. We'll keep you one stop to 69 steps out of the criminal gangsters and YouTube charlatans, hustlers, and fleeces, right? Let's go to the Doge, right? You see Doge flush too, and this should be no surprise to anybody, because you know Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing. Go check the Twitter out, and here in my videos from yesterday, we got possible retest on breakout 2292, and we almost got there, and we got down here critical support. Let's move this more into the forefront. Critical support 1969, and then we had a secondary major support that broke. So we knew we're in a falling channel, right? Again, you got your upper resistance, right? We'll take our industry exclusive perching tool again to snip this out for you and show you super simple and easy. You see we broke into this falling channel, or falling what? Yeah! And we bottomed out, hit our first low and our first underneath support. Then we bounced up and got rejected. Then we came down and hit underneath support for the second time, hit upper resistance first, second, and now almost the third. Confirms the overall pattern that we're in this falling what? Yeah! Right? And they are usually bearish continuation patterns, but oftentimes these patterns like to break at the end of the pattern, way down there, way down there to the farthest left of your foot on the right side of the TV, deepest, darkest, depressing corner, misted and mildew infested, spider covered web, wall plug just inside of that, of the little blue thing that's behind the wall casing when you take it off. That is where the bottom of the wedge is. And they like to pump up to the top of the wedge as a big fake out, and then they break down, right? But that's not until you get down here. So this is the pattern you're in an industry exclusive way, right? Super simple and easy. We've kept you 62 steps ahead to 69 steps ahead of the criminal gangster cartel. With our drawing tool now, this is your watch. Can you hold that critical support at 19.69 cents and try to bounce? Or are you going to break down today and go to the bottom of the get my shit together, or AKA 16 cent level, last line of defense shit house? We'll keep you up to date on Twitter at a glance. Today, Ethereum broke down. Nobody cares about that here. Ethereum Classic, nobody cares. The XRP people care about. And again, the XRP, we showed you a beautiful, let's delete that. We showed you a beautiful, this is all over my Twitter at a glance too. Let's get rid of that to make it clear. All this nonsense that I forget I write on. And then it's all dirty. Hitting this chart. But you can see we had our major upper resistance at $1.02. it pretty much got there, got to I think $1.01 or $1 even, and then it crashed. And we got down here is your major underneath support, which is at 85 to 91 cent range. And that's where we're coming back down to now, because we broke out of that symmetrical triangle with that beautiful blue arrow pointed up there with the green underneath support and the white overhead resistance, right? And we hit our technical target, and that's how we were able to forecast. Remember, look the other few days ago, we call this the classic Vincenzo'S classic pattern. It's the hook nose, because the big hook nose Jew bearish reversal pattern. And those are bearish, and those often come as relief rallies after a big crash out of a pattern breakdown. You get those big hook nose Jew bearish reversal patterns that sucker and all the jabronis back in up here because they think it's about to break way back up now, and then they pull the rug out, walk away with all the fucking money. But at Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing, we know how to, with a higher trading education and IQ, we know how to look for those, diagnose, sniff out, attack, overt and subvert, and walk away to profitability with all the fucking money, because we know where the rug's about to come out and we know where the rug's about to start, right? So this is going to come back down all the way and retest. The rest of the market's down. We'll get into that as we go through the day. I'm on my way to work, so this is just a quick glance. You got everything down, right? And the crash is going to continue until there are pumps. Stay tuned later on in the day as I settle on the work on this beautiful Friday morning. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll keep you up to date. Check me out at Twitter at a glance. I'll be all over that, since that is a very easy, super simple, easy way for me to get you what you need to know when you need to have it on time. Peace and love. Peace and love.